Greetings to the people of Give It Wazania Kasi podcast. I'm going to be your host today. My name is Vich, and then I've got a guest today by the name of Viper. How are you, my brother?
I'm fine, myself.
I'm good.
My name is Vincent.
The people of South Africa, they don't know you by the name of Vincent, isn't it?
No, it depends who is the people of South Africa. My parents named me Vincent.
Vincent?
Yes.
Okay, please introduce yourself to the viewers.
My name is Vincent MAKAMU. I was born and raised in Zanin. That's all I can say about myself.
Yeah, then recently you've been the president of the SRC. How is it to be the president of the SRC?
But I'm no longer the president.
Yeah.
How was it to be the president?
Yes.
It was fine, challenging. It was only, let me say, goal-driven to some of us. We wanted to make our impact, to challenge the system, and I believe that we have done the best way we could change the system. So it depends on the angle you look at it. You can learn a lot from being that office, and you can also suffer a lot from being that office. So it was, let me say, neutral, the goods and the bads.
Yeah, so how is it when you wake up as the president?
To me, I never even pictured myself the president. I always said that I'm in an office of responsibility, not office of power. So I had to wake up each and every day knowing that I'm responsible for 23,192 students. So that's what I always tell myself. I'm responsible, then I must act accordingly as a responsible citizen and a responsible leader.
Then in recent days, they were speaking about Fundza Lushaka. They said Fundza Lushaka, it says it released the communication through departments to say Fundza Lushaka beneficiaries are no longer going to be given the special treatment when they go to the corporate. Then what is your thoughts on that?
I would say that the idea is proper. I know I'm going to have a lot of people from Fundza Lushaka going to hate me, but the students who are being funded by Fundza Lushaka and the self-funded students and the students who are being funded by NSFAS, they're all doing the same degree, which is education. So I don't see the need of them going to be given the first preference because they were funded by Fundza Lushaka. So I believe that the surface must be well leveled.
Sure. So, but in your tenure as the SRC president, you have been frequenting the offices of the NSFAS. How was it? How difficult was it? Or
No, there was nothing difficult. Just that I had a belief, which I still believe in now, that the office of NSFAS is the most incompetent office ever. I've been to a lot of offices, but they had NSFAS. Those comrades are just sitting there without a goal to achieve, but to just safeguard the system, the white monopoly capital. You can even check with the new development which they've done now, the thing called direct payments.
Sure.
The primary reason we went to NSFAS offices was to, I think the first one I went there, it was in regard with the 2022 off-campus allowance, which the students spent almost 10 years without, 10 months without, 10 months without getting the money. And then I think we went there. Then the second time was in a relation with the defunded students without the appeals moving anywhere. And then the third one, it was the direct payment method. But the other ones were just becoming regular visitors in that office, just to go and annoy them and expose how incapable they are.
Then were they welcoming when in approach?
They were to others, but to me, I don't think so. Because I remember this other time, I still have the video. This other time, those guys, they addressed us near the dustbin. And as far as headquarters, there's a dustbin nearby. They couldn't allow us in their offices. Then they were gatekeeping. Then they came there. I think I don't want to mention names, because last time I mentioned their names, they wanted to sue me. But they know themselves. They came, NSFAS officials, they came down to attend to us. I think I was with the president of Univen, the then President Chamanu, and then the following day we then went again. I was with a lot of SRC representatives by the time. I think I went there the first day and the second day. So I was with a lot of people by the time. Then to be welcoming, I won't say that they were. They would just come there and speak a lot of nothing. And then the second one, what was it about? NSFAS. Oh, the other one is the time they were dragging me out of the office.
Sure.
That they're not welcoming. The other one is when they spoke in the elevator, like, no, don't allow that one, no, Viper, what, no. So,
sure.
That was that it was.
So since you have been a president of the SRC, which challenges are you saying that are popular when it comes to students?
Challenges are popular?
Yeah. The challenges that are being faced by students in regular basis.
No, I won't just speak about the students. I'll speak about the youth at large.
Yeah.
The youth of South Africa. Number one, the challenge which affects the student most is this process with funding. The defunding by NSFAS, people being accused that they are rich, and some other people, those ones who have applied for NSFAS, the status doesn't even change, those ones who have done appeals. And then the other challenge which the youth of South Africa are facing is immediately after graduating, we don't know where we're going.
Sure.
You're a graduate, my brother, I'm a graduate, not once, not twice, but we have seen that we keep on coming back to university because we are at least having something to keep our minds doing. So the biggest challenge which we are facing as the youth of South Africa is unemployment.
Sure.
And then the issue of not having enough funds for us to continue with our studies. Though NSFAS is there assisting, but in the same time they're creating a lot of difficulties when they're not funding students accordingly. Somebody who have applied for funding shows that person doesn't have the means of paying their fees. So those are the current challenges. The other things are just mere things. We can speak about academic challenges, which most of them are motivated by the financial challenges.
Sure.
They derive from the financial challenges. So if ever can fund us, I don't think that we'll be having a lot of challenges. Besides the other things, they're just common, people not focusing on the academic matters.
Sure. So now, since from your experience, how best can we integrate the students from high school to the university arena?
From taking them straight from the high school to university?
No, I mean, sometimes the transition issue, it's a problem. When you are coming from high school and then you are coming to university, people, they get to have challenges on adapting and, you understand?
Besides that, before I could answer that one, let me tell you this. Have you checked that the department, let me say the country, celebrates the highest pass rate ever? Yeah, last year we produced 82% pass rate, but the intakes at the university is not increasing.
Sure.
So that 82% pass rate which they were celebrating, where are those kids going?
Yeah.
Where are they going after you celebrate? Because the intake at the universities are not increasing as the pass rate at high schools are. But to come to a question, I believe the only thing which we can do is to merge the two, not like taking the university to high school, but make a regular visit to the high school, so that kids at high school, they must learn to also avoid the scams which happen during registration period. A lot of students are being scammed when they come because they don't know how to register. People are like, no, I'm going to assist you, in return I want 10,000 or I want 5,000. So to even avoid that, let's merge the two, have a regular visit to
ensure that
to the high schools to ensure that at least the kids are familiar with how the university operates, and to come to the issue which is affecting most of the first years in terms of coping, how to study, to excel academically at university while you are used to high school matters. I think that should be the issue which the high school principals must focus on when they are doing their career expo.
Oh, sure. And then under your leadership, how was it to deal with the principal of this institution? How was the relationship with the principal of this?
The vice chancellor.
Yeah. Because sometimes people say, this guy is difficult. This guy it's welcoming. So how was the relationship from your experience?
You know what I would say? I would say that maybe the vice chancellor was scared of the snake of the north, because the vice chancellor have never given me any problem.
Yeah.
Never. We'll be having issues of the water challenge, the power challenge. We'll debate on it. We'll fight each other that we're stuck here, to a point that even when I leave, it's like, no, we're stuck with this and this and this. I will go to technical service with my dance chairperson of housing and safety and security leadership. We will go there and have a talk with them. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, but the other things I just heard, on the streets that no, it's difficult. But to me, I did everything which I wanted to do, but not to the extent which I wanted to. Let me say, I achieved, 50% of what I wanted to push.
Sure.
But there are still other things which I wish that should have had more time. I would have pushed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that guy was not challenging to me.
He was the father.
It was walking the path. He was scared of me. I believe he was scared of me.
Yeah. So now I want us to leave the politics. I want us to deal with the societal issues that affects everyone, black or white. It doesn't matter. But tell me, how do you relate with Ma 2000 from your thoughts? How do you?
The kids?
Yeah,
I spend most of the time with them. I don't even show that we do have a huge age gap. Yeah. To me, I'm not suffering from ageism, so I associate with anybody. I don't view them as bad or good. Just view them as people, like the rest of the world.
So how do you advise people like these children who are very disobedient in their family, who are unruly?
The issue of being unruly is a character of an individual. It has nothing to do with the age gap. Even back in the 90s, back in the 80s, they had such individuals who were unruly. So what I would tell them that, bro, whatever you're doing today, you are going to harvest it tomorrow. If you don't listen to your parents today when they're trying to advise you, they are there because they've been here before you. And you might find that they will even be here after you when the world has taken you because you are not listening to your advices. We're coming from a very crucial and dangerous communities. Some of us, we know when it's like, be back at 8. Try by all means that by 8 you are back, because if you are not there, So those don't think that they're smart. They didn't make it. Now, from where I come from, my brother, I will tell you, my friends are in the graveyards.
Then how best do we deal with improving our Matric result in Limpopo? Since we are having a new premier, and then maybe we must just congratulate her and then pass the congratulatory remarks to her.
My brother, you said we must leave politics now. But I'm a political being. When you're talking about improving Matric results, I will tell you that there is a school in Zanin where they are no longer teaching biology, they are no longer teaching mathematics, they are no longer teaching physics, because they're just chasing for the pass rate. Then Gongoa Circuit is there. I don't want to mention the name of the school, but if ever you want to do research, go there straight to Gongoa Circuit, you'll find that school. And that school has merged with another school, so they closed this school, and then there were 2 schools, they closed one, then they merged them to make one. After they merged them, they cancelled the key subjects. So they're chasing pass rate. So when say how are we going to improve? Are we going to improve the pass rate, or are we going to improve the quality in the pass rate? The quality. So basically, what the people of Zanin are having now, they're not going to be having chartered accountant coming from that school, no nursing from that school, no doctor from that school. The only thing they're going to do, they're going to be teachers and then LLB, because those ones are open for each and every stream at high school.
As long as they've got English.
But no health practitioners coming from there. So when you're asking me the question, what are we going to, what is my input in terms of improving? I would say before we could chase the number, let's first chase the quality, not the number. If ever we know that we're having 100% pass rate, but from the pass rate, not even 10% of them can get to varsity, then we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything at all, because we must always make sure that whatever we produce, we can come and harvest from it. If ever you take 100 people now, know that at least 70 of them are at varsity. Having 100 people, only 2 of them are at varsity, have 100% pass rate, what is the use? It doesn't make sense to me. So I won't comment much on that one, because I'm going to be more political, and then affiliated with the EFF, they're saying that no, it's the issue of EFF against no, so let me just hold it there.
Then what is your thought about the drugs? How do we clean the streets of our country?
My brother, the issue with the drugs, do you remember the scandal of Glenn Atlioti? I think it was back in 2005.
No.
You don't know the Glenn Atlioti, the Jekis Levy, what?
Oh no, I know about the case of Jekis Levy.
He was not alone. There was a guy named Glenn Atlioti.
So
there were 2. Those scandals were saying that these comrades are the ones who put, drugs into the country. So the issue of drug, my brother, is well organized. Drugs, that the most organized champs ever. And the worst part is that our police officers, it's not that they don't know who brings the drugs inside.
Sure.
They are just not interested in arresting the guy, because I believe they're eating with them. They just arrest the corner boys, and arresting the corner boys, today they arrest me, the corner boy, tomorrow they're going to find you, Vici. You are going to take my spot at the corner boy. But should they want to deal with the drugs, as the police department, they must go straight to the head.
Sure.
They must go straight to it. So if we're talking about the drugs, how do we clean the streets? We can't clean the street when the supply is not being chopped.
Sure.
The supply is still coming to the country. So you're cleaning the street, you take me out today, tomorrow the another guy is there.
Sure.
You take me out today, tomorrow another guy is there. So
So you mean even if we were to have this president of PA, he says he wants to be the Minister of Home Affairs or Minister of Police, don't you think he would
that guy yesterday day before yesterday he was saying that no, I was an ex-criminal. I was like, how do you say I was an ex? It means now he's no longer an ex, he's still active.
Sure.
But you can't say I was an ex-criminal. So I'm an ex-criminal.
Sure.
But the thing is, people, when you're going for political policy, people have ambitions. They can speak whatever they are speaking.
Sure.
But we still have a lot to do as a country when we want to clean. We can't just start cleaning from the streets.
Sure.
If ever he wants to go and clean, he must go to the mafias themselves. He mustn't go to the boys who are in the streets. Those boys don't even know how the drugs get in South Africa.
Sure.
They don't even know how to produce the drugs. The guy who must be arrested is the one who produced the drugs. Then we'll have to go and check the what do you call it, the cartel in Colombia and the cartel in Mexico, where they were dealing with El Chapo and the other guy from Colombia, what's his name? Pablo Escobar and the Cali cartel.
Sure.
Go and check, they were dealing with the bosses, because they knew that when you cut the head, then you have killed everything.
Sure.
But yeah, we're still far as a country.
Sure. Since we were having elections recently, so
don't ask me about the national the government of national unity.
You can't leave it. We must have perspective, and then we must share our views as young people of this country. How do you feel about it?
Government of national unity. I don't know. Let me give you my point of view.
Sure.
on the matter.
Sure.
It is clear that the ANC government is agreeing with the DA government,
sure,
and then they cover it up with the government of national unity.
Sure.
I saw a lot of comrades saying that no, the EFF, the EFF voted with DA in 2016,
sure,
and then they're saying that now when the ANC votes with DA, they're sending back the country to the white and monopoly capital. Okay, sharp. What is the goal, the end goal? Why does the ANC want to work with the DA, sure, than the NK
and the
EFF?
Sure.
So to come to the government of whatever unit, sure, there's nothing.
Yeah, because the political commentators are saying it's not a GNU, it's a coalition agreement.
Yes, it's a coalition agreement. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing. I was saying there's nothing. A government national of unity there. It's just like the relationship between the DA, sure, and the ANC, trying to save skin of each other. The DA has their interest, yeah, and the ANC, they're scared that should they not have the Rama Billion, sure, Rama Tarasi as a president, he's going to be arrested, because those para cases, if ever another president sits in that office, they're going to arrest.
But because I was surprised recently when, remember, the DA was the one pushing the issue of Palapala. But now because they are in government,
I read sure, about Helen Zille. Is it yesterday, day before yesterday? Sure. That's what I'm saying, is an agreement to save guard their interest.
Sure.
The ANC is aware that should they not have the DA on their side, the para case is going to open. Sure. So the DA is getting whatever they're getting from the ANC, and then in return, like, don't bring the para. Sure. Don't bring the para. So that's what I'm saying. There is no government of national unity there. It's just an agreement between the DA and the ANC, and then the rest of us, let's just wait. wait for
it to collapse.
No, not to collapse. For the next coming elections. Sure. We will see whatever is going to happen in the period.
Then what is your stand on Unity of Africa?
before CIC could speak these things, I did history, in high school, and I did history here. In my second degree, I was also doing history. So the things which I have identified was that the borders were just the part, or let me say, the landmark which the colonial powers have to say that no, I have conquered this particular region until this particular landmarks. Like we can check Rhodesia, named after Cecil John Rose. So when it comes with the African unity, as Africa we can be very much powerful looking into the minerals which we are having. If ever we can have one Africa, one currency in Africa, but we're not going to achieve that because we are being eaten piece by piece by the Western, by the Chinese, even though they're coming here in the name that no, they're here to assist us, but they can't come here to assist us when they're not getting anything out of it. There might be a better devil, but they're still devil. There might be a better one. There's no one which the Chinese are just here to just take over Africa and then they have no interest at all. So I would believe that Africa, if ever can unite, we can go far as a continent. We can go far. The biggest challenge we're having is that we hate each other a lot. The same way you Pedi and I'm Tsonga. And then the thing is I always ask my Pedi friends that do you guys have a problem with English now? Because you text me, send me voice note in Spade, like believing that I can read and I can understand. Yes, I can read and understand Spade and I can write it. But what makes you have the comfort to text me in it? That's what we're having as Africans. When you see a Zimbabwean, when you see Nigerian, you see somebody from Swaziland, you have already identified an enemy before you can even check that the person has the interest which is going to assist you or the interest is going to defeat you, let me say to dethrone you. And when it comes to the issue of melanin, I will say this basically on the record. The biggest mistake which Africans are making, they will call a Zimbabwean a foreigner, call a Nigerian a foreigner, but don't have the audacity to call somebody who doesn't have the same melanin with them a foreigner. The first foreigners, not only in South Africa but in Africa, are white. They are not foreigners only in South Africa, but in Africa at large. So before I could call another African a foreigner, first call the whites that they are foreigners. And I will tell you this, my brother. The whites are the ones who have introduced the system of dual citizenship because they knew when they left England to come here, they are going to give birth to kids here. And they said that when they give birth to kids in Africa, because the kids are born in Africa, then the kids must have citizenship of Africa, and then they still have England and Australia to visit back. And you are going to tell me that a Zimbabwean is a foreigner. But there is a white person who came from England, not from Africa, where you can walk into Zimbabwe, you can walk into Messina, you can walk to Mozambique, you can walk to Lesotho. You are saying that those ones are foreigners, but you are not having enough spine stronger to call a white person a foreigner because he's the first foreigner, but the foreigner who has introduced the laws and which makes you hate your fellow Zimbabwean, which makes you hate your fellow Mozambican because of the borders which the foreigner from England imposed on Africans. So those are the things when we talk about foreigners that to me don't bring the issue. I see a Zimbabwean, I see a fellow brother. I see Mozambican, I see a fellow brother or a fellow sister. Lesotho, whatsoever. The person whom I feel like they're not even supposed to be in our land, they're the whites. Then we'll come to the other ones, the Chinese, Indians, but first deal with the whites. Let them go back to England before they can make us hate another black person, saying that he's a foreigner.
So now about from what ANC had made agreement with the DA, do you see us winning against racism?
Nah, not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Because as the black community we're having this thing, bro. Have you read the book Things Falls Apart? It was written by a Nigerian author, I forgot the name of the author, but it talks about how Europeans got into Africa and they've converted us. Christianity is a conversion of African belief and African religion to Western religion and Western belief, whereby we as the black community, which I hate calling ourselves the black community, I prefer calling ourselves the African community because we are the descendant of African ancestors. against the European descendants. We keep on worshipping them. So the issue of us going to not have a racial problem is not going to be anytime soon, as long as these European descendants in Africa, they're still being worshipped by the majority of African descendants. Most of them, they still look at them like, that one is the boss, that one is the boss. So the issue of race is well played. You go and check the character which played Jesus. I've never seen any movie of Jesus being portrayed black, but they're saying that in the Bible it talks more about Egypt, talks more about Kemet, but those places are found in Africa. I was telling my brother, those might be a delusion or illusion. When they were writing, they made us believe that they also believe in it. But I'm gonna comment on a religion, but I would just say that if ever Jesus was born in Africa, Israel, why is it portrayed black? But let us not go to religion, because that would be another debate for another day.
So what is your take on lobola? Do you still think that lobola is necessary?
Yeah, you must appreciate the parents. You must appreciate the parents. You know, when you go and this is a part. When you go to a marriage, actually, you know, ladies are a lot. You choose the kind of lady you want, and then when you have fell in love with the kind of lady you want, then you go and appreciate the parents for that kind of lady you want. If ever is a slave, if ever a groovist is the one you fell in love with, go and appreciate the parents of that particular lady. That I'm very much happy you have given birth to this particular lady, but I'm not saying that ladies must use lobola to exploit black males, not black, let me just say to exploit males. No, but lobola, it is an African tradition though. Back then we're not using a monetary value. It was in terms of cows. Yes, we'll exchange cattle with the family, and then we create a huger family, a bigger family, because now the two have bound in secrecy, where they are going to produce offsprings.
No, that's great. That's great input. So now let's talk about your business.
Which one?
I don't want to say business, but I want to say something that keeps you busy since when you left the office. What are you doing?
And I've been getting this thing.
Question.
Viper business, Viper SRC. If ever I were to go to SRC now, what would you do and blah, blah. But let me start with the business part. I'm not doing business. In fact, I just love fitness. I'm not doing business. I love fitness. If ever can tell me, I will tell you, Vichy, if ever can show my ID, and I look way younger than what I was supposed to look like. For my age, yes, I look way younger than what I was supposed to look like. So what I would say, I love gym. I assist the bodybuilding team as their coach, coach them, teach them, because I was also taught. So the likes of Charles Mafafu, Zoro, Jacob Lituano, they taught me, so I teach others. So it's not the issue of business. So
What is your greatest memory that you have with the bodybuilding competitions?
I qualified to go everywhere in bodybuilding. I qualified to go to national twice in a row. Like, you know, in my bodybuilding career, I never lost. I nenever lost. I started my bodybuilding winning. The first time I went on stage, I won. Until the last time I was on stage, I won. I never lost. I would say, you know, the reason they call me Viper is because of that. I'll move guys on stage and off stage. I'll make guys change lineup when they see my name. Vincent, MAKAMU. These guys, they change lineup because it was not easy to go on stage with me. I was never big, but I was the Viper. I always tell guys this. You have never seen a fat snake. Snake is either small or big, but never fat. So we don't accommodate fats. That's why the Viper name comes from. It's not other things.
So how do you advise someone who wants to venture into bodybuilding?
Don't use steroids. Be like me. Because steroids are going to deal with you after that. I don't use steroids. Number one, love gym. Gym is fitness is a lifestyle. Do it every day. Don't do it chasing results. Results are going to come. Just do it for fun, and then you learn. Let me say, the best way to use it, I would say, just go and discover yourself while you are busy doing it. If ever you love it, it's easy to train. But if I feel like I'm doing it for somebody else, then it's difficult to train. So That's what I would say about it. But the question which I think I didn't answer you correctly when you said like, what is my greatest memory in bodybuilding?
Sure.
All of it. I never lost.
Sure.
So all of it was my greatest memory. I was enjoying what I was doing until politics took me off.
Sure.
Until COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, politics and COVID. Yeah.
And then how do you advise someone who want to be into bodybuilding and then it's really consuming lots of alcohol?
There's one thing which people don't get. Individuality.
Sure.
Body kinds. Bro, and I can eat junk food with you.
Sure.
But I don't grow fat. Like I said, that the Viper thing.
Sure.
I don't grow fats. Is my body. If ever people understand fitness
Sure.
or understand sports, you'll check that the thing which killed the career of Ronaldo, R9, it was his weight gain because he was diagnosed with this other sicknesses called what. His metabolism.
The Ronaldo of Brazil.
Yes, the R9.
Sure.
Ronaldo Nazario. Ronaldo Nazario. Yeah. He was diagnosed with other sickness where his metabolism was slow, so he will gain more weight.
Sure.
So drinking alcohol and stuff, just like I would advise them that drink more of hot stuff like your whiskey, your cognacs, than drinking these things which has acid. Yeah, I'm not gonna speak of brand's name because I'll be, not doing just. But don't drink your ciders, your anything which has foam when we shake it.
Sure.
Stick to whiskey and cognacs.
Yeah.
No. Oh, and wine, and wine.
And wine, it does good.
Yeah, wine is healthy.
Now, okay, no, thank you very much for your time, my brother. I know you are a busy person, and then I appreciate this moment, man.
You took me from my books.
Yeah, no, you must.
I'm having 3 assignments to submit.
Yeah, but even the viewers must be taught something. You can't consume
I didn't
content.
even greet them. You see, this guy didn't make me greet the viewers. Hey, Sanbonani, my name is Vincent MAKAMU. The thing's called Viper. It was not me. There's some other guy who looks like me. Yeah, so I'm Vincent MAKAMU, very much innocent.
Sure.
Never ever affiliated with any political organization. Never ever done anything. Never ever said that we are going to speak without any fear of any intimidation or contradiction from anybody or anything. But if ever should get a chance, I'm also gonna do it the same way I've done it before.
But since when you are a person of books, I'm selling books. What can you say? Don't touch it. What can you say?
I wanna read the title to create life. What is that?
Sure, it's written by one of our own. It's a lecture in public administration.
I mean, to create life. I was checking that creation of life, like the godly way or in a bedroom.
No, thank you very much. Please subscribe and like the video.
And please come and buy the books.
Yeah, it's 150 each.
150. Let's support local business.
Yeah.
At least when you don't understand something, you can even visit the author. Dude, what they say here?
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.